Fine. So in this, each layer will have a specific duties to perform and to cooperate with the layers above and below it. So what are all the functions we are going to see each and every layer? So before going to that, we should know that what are the seven layers of architecture. So it starts with, so I'll go with bottom to top approach. So your physical layer, your data link layer, your network layer, your transport layer, session, presentation, and application. So first we'll deal with physical layer. So what this layer will do, this layer defines the hardware. For example, we can call it as hardware means by physical cabling and what about the power should be given to those upper layers and what will be your input, either it is a pulse rate or analog signal. So everything will be defined in the physical layer. So either it is wired or wireless. Okay, so the physical form of connection between two physical layer, we can call it as this physical layer, and this physical layer, the next hierarchy will goes to the data link layer. So the data link layer is mainly responsible for reading and writing data. Okay, so reading and writing data means, suppose you have a sender and receiver. From the sender, the physical layer will leads to the next hierarchy layer is your data link. So this data link, what it will do, whatever the info or messages which is coming from physical layer, that will be read. Okay, and any other thing added to be, that will be written and it will be sent to the next hierarchy of your network layer. So what happened is in this data link layer, two main functions will be involved here. One is your error detection, another one is error correction. So we'll see that error detection and correction later because it's a very big topic. So error detection is nothing but we can detect only the error, but error correction, we can detect error and we can correct the error. So correct error means nothing but any bit position will be changed from the sender, that will be rectified at the receiver end. Okay, so that both detection and correction will be done in data link layer. Next, we move to this network layer. So network layer, it's the main heart of the layer. So what this network layer will do, this is mainly used for address assignment, okay, and uniquely addressing host in the network. So how it will address uniquely address that? So with the help of IP address. So how this IP address will be working? We have to assign the routers. So each and every router will be routing your packets from source to destination. How it will route the packets? So each and every package will have their IP address. So based on the IP address, the packet from the sender, it will reach us to the receiver. Okay. So how this will be done? This will be done as an intermediate node. We can call it as a router. Okay. So each and every packet will be assigned one IP address. So with the help of address, IP address, we can find the source and the destination address. So which packet has to be routed from where to where? That will be the main part of the function that will be done in the networking layer. And next is your transport layer. So this transport layer is nothing but this is responsible for end-to-end delivery between the host. Okay, so it will ensure the packet will be transmitted from the source to the end. So that will be taken care of this transport layer. Next, moving to the hierarchy is your session layer. This layer maintains session between the remote hosts. So what is that mainly session means? Suppose if we are going to logging in for Amazon or any other Flipkart website, okay. So that you are going to logging in, you are giving your password, your user ID. From that point, your session is enabled. Okay, so you can search whatever and you can do whatever that materials or products you are going to see in that Amazon, everything. Once you are signing out, that is you logging out, your session is closed. Okay, so these kind of functions will be taking care of this session layer, right? Next, we are moving to the presentation layer. Okay, so the presentation layer is nothing but whatever the inputs which is coming from the session layer, okay, that will be presented in the form of encryption and decryption. Okay, I think you people have known about encryption. That is converting the plain text into the ciphertext and from ciphertext to the plain text. Okay, so whatever the message which is coming from the session layer, that will be your plain text, sorry, your ciphertext. Because we are from the sender, the plain text is converted into cipher. So cipher is nothing but it's a kind of symbol so that we cannot, the strangers cannot recover the message from that original signal. Okay, so that will be at the encryption part. And same at that will be the receiver part. the decrypted text, uh, encrypted text, ciphertext will be converted into again message. Then it will be processed to the next layer, that is your application layer. So normally the main user end agent, we can call it as application. So whatever the thing we are doing at the user end, we can call this function will be done in that application layer. So what it will do, this layer is responsible for providing interface to the application user. And this layer encompasses protocols which directly interact with the user. So as I said, more number of protocols will be used in the application layer. So these protocols which will enable the user-friendly in nature. So few examples we can see in that application layer is email, your TFTP, FTP, and HTTP. So these are all the protocols which we can see in that application layer. Okay, so FTP is nothing but your file transfer protocol, and your HTTP hypertext markup language. I think you people have heard about these familiar names. Okay, and these are the protocols which we are using in application. So transport layer, the main protocol we are using here is TCP/IP. Okay, and for this network layer, the protocol we are using is IP. And for data link, MAC, and your physical layer is nothing but your physical connection between the sender and the receiver. Fine. Okay. The next session is nothing but how these layers is interconnected and how the performance will be seen for any particularly physical layer, data link layer, networking, transport, session, presentation, application. So these are all 7 layers of OSI. Okay. So, but when it comes to TCP/IP layer, this is divided. This is reduced to 5 layers. Why? Because it is all embedded in a single. For example, this application and presentation will be embedded into a single layer, and this is session and transport will be embedded into a single layer. So totally, you'll have physical layer, data link, network, transport, and application. So totally 5 layers which will be used in TCP/IP communication. But here in OSI layer, we are using 7 layers. Okay. So the next session is what are the main functions we are going to see one by one.